Alright, hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ghastly Stamus back with another episode of the Firearm Tales on the Rounding Off Infinity Gaming channel on YouTube. This is episode number 315, and you are joining me as I pick up my game in progress in Far Cry 5. So, I talked a little bit last night about how this has not been my favorite franchise of all time. I guess I am a Crytek loyalist back from the days of when Crysis, or in the original Far Cry. I've not been a huge fan since the schism that split the IP between the original publisher, Electronic Arts, and Crytek, the original game studio, and the authors behind the technology that powers Crysis and I guess Far Cry, or I guess maybe Far Cry is using a different engine now. At this point, I'm not sure. I keep saying EA. It's actually Ubisoft. Actually wrote that in a blog post and in the diary entry on last night's YouTube video, so I guess I maybe ought to clean that up, although I'm not really great about going back and retroactively updating things like that. So I may just correct it from here going forward. So I was pretty impressed by what I played last night. Surprisingly so. I didn't have high hopes for this title. Outside of, from a historical perspective, but I did mention that I was really pleased with what I had seen in the various trailers and whatnot, and that it had felt like it had a bit of a Just Cause feel to it. Other content also feels like it has kind of a Walking Dead vibe to it as well. Maybe a little Sons of Anarchy, so there's a lot of kind of positives that pointed to the creative flavor behind the story as it plays out interactively that I was expecting to get, and I'm getting that so far. Also, a little some flavors of Resident Evil 7, I felt like. So last night I played about 45 minutes last night, and I got through the initial opening sequence, and now I'm kind of in my first kind of headquarters area, just suited up with the gear that I'm going to wear, and now I have my first single-player campaign interaction coming up. Now, I have not followed my standard kind of first-person shooter routing protocol, which is generally to always go to the left and circle the perimeter of any given level until I get to the objective. Now that's unless there's actually a directional pip that tells me exactly where I'm supposed to go for a given mission. Okay, so that's apparently the cult mounting up for resistance. The other thing that I mentioned last night is that the game looks great. I have not yet viewed it in 4K. Right now, as I'm pumping it through my game capture device, it only renders in 1080p. It is not compatible with a 4K throughput. As I've said before, as far as I know, there's only one device in production for consumers today that will do a 4K pass-through, and that's the AverMedia Live Gamer Portable Plus. Live Gamer Portable 2 Plus. It's a bit of a mouthful because it's an update to their Live Portable 2 SKU. But again, that just does a 4K pass-through. It doesn't actually capture at 4K. Of course, as recent as last year, listening to Alex Lindsay on the MacBreak Weekly. I guess these are jobs? Oh no, these are persons of interest, I guess. Listening to Alex Lindsay on the MacBreak Weekly podcast, one of the things he mentioned, and he runs a company that's very deep into video editing and provisioning video content for companies. He mentioned that, even when they capture in 4K, the first thing that they do is dump it down to 1080p because it's just too big to work with. Now, of course, that was before machines like the iPad Pro or like the Mac Pro or iMac Pro were released. I guess the Mac Pro would have been out by then. But of course, that's a thing that hadn't been updated for years, so. Yes, this is the sister.
Anyone there? Over. Mary. Jerome, what's going on? Over. Anyone who falls in? Please respond if you can hear me. Over.
So let's go ahead and start talking about the hardware that's in play this afternoon. Oh, of course, computer. Start a 1 hour and 10-minute timer.
1 hour and 10 minutes. Starting now.
Come here, Deputy. We need to talk. I didn't properly introduce myself back there. Most folks call me Dutch. I've been trying to piece together what's happening up top. It ain't good. Little I can gather is that your partners are alive. For now.
That's surprising. I was certain most of them were dead.
Each one handed off to a different member of Joseph's family.
Great.
You want them back, I get it. I got friends that have been taken too. Problem is, there ain't no help coming. Nobody knows what's going on here, and they won't know until it's too late. There's gotta be people out there willing to fight back against this cult. We need to show them how. We need to build us a resistance. So the first thing we're gonna do is get control of this island. Once we got some breathing room, we can figure out what's coming next. There's a gun and a map in the safe over there. Take them. I'll give you a call on your radio once you get your bearings.
Map from the safe.
Be careful out there. It's crawling with Peggies. Those fuckers are willing to die for that psychopath that's leading them.
Exit the bunker. Yes, this is one of the things that's always also bothered me about the franchise is just you constantly being at the beck and call of some other individual and not really being part of Shovel? Gotcha. Left and right. Weapon wheel. No. Okay. Use R to rotate around. Gotcha. What is that? Dynamite? Pipe bomb? Okay, throw a knife, smoke grenade, bait. Molotov, remote explosive, proximity explosive, fist and shovel. But in retrospect, I kind of need to give that some thought too, because I don't really know that is that much different than any other game. Gotcha, shovel. And I see that there doesn't seem to be any way to tell, like, which one does more damage. Oh, what is that? Okay. Gotcha. I don't really know that that's different than any other game. When I was thinking to the original Far Cry, because I was thinking, oh, well, Jack was like running his own strategy, but no, he was really just being, going where he was told to go. Same thing with BioShock. Now my issue is I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. Okay, here we go.
If you're gonna build a resistance, there's some things you need to know. There's 4 ways you can go about this. First, you can liberate any hostages the cult's taken. These are good people who might just fight alongside you if you help them. Second, you can destroy Eden's Gate property that's
So this is where I
now.
mentioned that it kind of has a Just Cause kind of feel to it, because you can pick your targets and determine how you want to gain influence within a given region. Kind of the same thing as in Infamous Second Son as well.
And they could sure use your help. And last, if you're really looking for a fight, you can take on the cult outposts that have popped up across the county. Liberating those places will give the resistance solid footholds to push back against Eden's Gate.
I really need to look up who the voice actors are in this as well. Sounds like a few voices that I recognize, but I'm not sure. Great Duchess Island.
Over this island. I'll keep an eye out for anything useful. For now, head south and take out any culture you see. And help any folks in need, would you? Dutch out.
Alright, which way is south? Don't give me the zero HUD business. It seems like it's kind of... What is it? No, it's a rock. Okay, good. I thought I just pickled a grenade or something. Now I wonder how you get to the map. So I do need to check out the multiplayer and this Far Cry arcade mode as well. Okay, there we go. Alright. So you can zoom with L2 and R2. Great. Not a huge map, so I wonder if this opens up at all. I do love the music in this game as well. So map, journal, okay. Inventory. Gotcha. That's not super user-friendly. Stuff is kind of splayed out all over the place. Oh, whoa, what is that? Is that the armory key? Ah, nabbit. So now I gotta turn around and go back to the armory. Character customization. Oh, I did not realize that there was a randomized key. I would have done that last night. But that's good enough. This uses the standard run mechanic for PlayStation 4 controls, which I really can't stand, which is pushing down on the left analog stick. It's really dark down here. But the problem is I have the studio lights up, so what is that? Okay. Sounds like Jeb was a likely recruit for the cult. Dad was a bit of a revolutionary himself. So this is what I don't understand why you get a cardinal slide rule up at the top when I'm in the bunker when I don't need it, but you don't get one outside. It really doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's the armory. Yes. Let's see what we got you here. Looks like that's a table for making your own bullets. Can't get any of those weapons out of the locker. Handgun ammo. Seems a little extreme, maybe, but more handgun ammo. I do wish the UI indicators would say. I mean, so there's a bunch of like reading material out here. I wish they would say like read letter, read notebook, read whatever. Be a little more specific. Man, that is not a lot of stuff for this to have been the armory. I'm not even sure that was worth me coming back for. Alright, let's go ahead and head out and figure out how to liberate the island. Now the other thing is I wish it would still give me the objective pip for how to get out of here, even though I've already left the bunker once. Now what's nice is zero load time while going from interior to exterior. I was actually expecting it to buffer. Again, I am playing on the PlayStation 4 Pro, so that might have something to do with it. Huh, that's interesting. Maybe that's the dad's lookout. Okay, so you can toggle the interface on our offset waypoints. Gotcha. Now, there are icons going up there, but they are really small. Let's go ahead and run down the... What was that?
If I wanted to be a babysitter, I'd babysit my sister's kids.
Sinner, you better tell us what you know.
Gotcha. Bad guy. Bad guy. Innocent bystander.
Where's the deputy hiding?
Nah, I don't know if I should. He's down. Nice. Okay. Well, yep, you lost a little health on that jump. Selecting R. Press R1 to throw the arm, R1 to cook it. Oh, nice.
I didn't do anything to deserve. Hey, this way.
Rifle ammo, grenade. I don't really care about moving the body. Arrows. Now. Yeah, nope. I don't want to do that.
You don't have to be a hero, but come on.
Now, triangle. Yes, that will rotate weapons.
Come on, we'll help you, please.
Yeah, just calm down, dude. I'll get you in a second.
Please, you gotta help me. Thanks for saving my sorry ass.
These loony fanatics are out of control. If you want to protect yourself, I think there's a prepper stash near the boathouse. Should have some good gear squirreled away.
That was too close. Thanks.
Okay. No, yeah, let's find the prepper stash. Gotcha, okay. And yeah, I can tag the waypoint. Very nice. So that was one of the failures of the nice that you can just kick the body. Guess he's hightailing it out of here. Yeah, it's weird that those things just persist and stay there. I carry this one a little further off. But I definitely recall doing this a lot in the original OG Crisis. I wish that dude would have given me his bow and arrow, his bow. Alright, let's just head for the prepper stash. Johnson, look out. Oh, are those bad guys? I also wish you could go prone in this game. I need to check to validate that you actually can't. I would expect that you could. Oh boy. Looking very forward to getting into some vehicles. Oh, you can blind fire? Hold heavy melee attack. L1 plus presses throw the melee weapon. So it's fists plus L2. Man, some of those controls I'm not getting at all. Hold his heel. Switch weapon type. Crouch slide. So it does not look like doesn't look like there's a crouch. Like there's a prone. I am glad that they so that's kind of the lead. I'm glad that these guys heavily advertise who they are on all their facilities. That's going to make it easier. But part of my problem is so it's just one guy. Oh, wait a minute, is this the good guy? Okay.
I can't thank you enough.
Hey, Henry. I'm at the edge of the wood near where you spotted the fire sign. I don't know what that showboater was doing buzzing the treetops, but the sky is now clear of air traffic. That smoke plume is pretty thick, but I need a closer look. What I can't figure out is what all these Peggies are doing out here. There's a whole bunch of them in the woods, calling out like they're looking for someone. I don't know if they're involved, but
Guess that was me.
Holy hell! A pickup just drove by like nobody's business, and the Peggies in the back were all carrying rifles and shotguns. I'm gonna... Holy shit!
I guess that was my escape in the previous chapter.
I fixed my smoker, so it's time to make more jerky.
Ooh. Sounds good. It's also a little difficult to pick up on what objects you can interact with, because they just do this little this little glare flicker across them. Okay, I will destroy the shrines, but first I want to find this prepper location. Wait. Can you? Can I zip line down?
There's nothing like machining your own parts.
Yes, you can. Very cool. Now, This may not be the smartest thing since I have not certain exactly what I'm ziplining into. What is that across the way? Thought I saw an aircraft out there in the mist. It's not the case. Whoop. Bad guy. Okay, so this is a little like the binoculars in the first Far Cry. But those things had audio sensors on them and you could actually hear people. Where's that press? That prepper location is down there. I don't see any bad guys in the vicinity for certain. Alright, here we go. Yep. Huh. Fast travel is not available yet. Okay. So those are the two locations I found. I found that one with the binoculars, so let's...
Fuck, kid! You hit pay dirt! That's the location of a prepper stash. If you can find your way inside, there's usually a bunch of useful shit that's been squirreled away. Well, go take a look.
Now, I have not seen the... Yeah, I don't like that there's not a clear... We talked a little bit about this on the Enough to Keep Going podcast. I wish... Okay, so we got arrows. Oh, there's nowhere... Oh, you can get air. Okay, good. Don't like this zero HUD design, and it seems like they have tried to minimalize design cues. Let's see, think of a certain value here. Alright. So I'm going to try and take a sledgehammer to... Or a shovel, rather. Can't really use weapons underwater, I guess. Money. Alright, let's go and get out of here. Okay, so there's a bad guy over there. Let's think what's some behind cover. I should be able to get a better look at him. Fish jumping in the water over there. Can't tell if he's got his weapon up. No, but he is looking over here with his binos. I have to take that into consideration. Whoa. Inside the search zone. Alright, so I believe that's where I ziplined down from. in Marina. So I guess I gotta hurricane climb. Okay, very nice. Let's get down. What was that? I missed that visual cue. That's cigarettes. There's a path up the hill there. Loot flow. Alright. Rifle ammo. Locked key required. Hmm. Wait. Oh, yeah. So there was a way in right underwater? Yeah. Another classic of the Far Cry franchise. So I remember Jack Carver getting in all sorts of places by swimming underwater. Alright. No idea what I just did by throwing that switch. Did I drop the... I didn't notice if this front door was down before or not. Alright. I don't think I needed an ore to beat people with. Oh, there's the key. So that's great. I can get in the boathouse now, but I don't really know what good that does me. Unless you can get a boat off one of these, Nope. Alright. Okay, so now I should be able to access the bunker. No, I already read that. I didn't notice a locked door or anything though. That door's not locked, it's just blocked. The field of view on this is really bugging me. No, don't do that. Hopefully that guy didn't hear me. Okay, so it's draining the water probably. Don't even know. I needed to go get that key, right? Uh-huh. We're on the right track. Okay. I don't really know what good fasteners does me. Money, money, money.
If you're looking to make a bigger impression, you may want to build some dynamite. Luckily, folks around here have been stockpiling all the materials you might need. Just grab them up. Get crafting.
Loot full. Crafting, great. I hate crafting. Oh yeah, come to Papa. What? I have to trade the submachine gun for the bow and arrow? Ugh. Fine. These look like shotgun shells. Okay, 11 rounds. It's not great, but now I do remember the tutorial that says this stuff drops. Duchess Bunker. Okay. So the only thing I really have available is this mission, Cult Shrine. So let's go ahead and run down the hardware that's to play tonight for the game capture. I know we're far into the play session, and I usually put that up front, but so for the video capture tonight, I am using the Razer Ripsaw USB 3.0 game capture device. Probably one of my favorite game capture devices that I have. For the webcam, I'm using the Logitech C930. For voiceover commentary, I'm using the Liegi L58. Now, the Liegi L58 is a condenser microphone with an XLR connector. The kit that I picked up also came with its own 48-volt phantom power supply. So the XLR connector runs over to the power supply, and then off the power supply, it comes out with an XLR to 3.5mm mic connection, which I am running directly into my streaming PC. For in-game audio, so that I can hear it without it bleeding over into the mic, I am coming off the back of the Samsung 4K TV into a DAC, a digital audio converter, which converts the optical to an analog signal, which I pick up using RCA left and right jacks on a cable, then bring it over to my Behringer Xenix 302 USB hardware mixer, still on RCA connectors, and then send that into the hardware mixer and set the switches to pump it out via the headphone port on the right-hand side of the mixer into a pair of JBL EB40 headphones. Now, the EB40s are also Bluetooth. I wind up not using them in Bluetooth mode that often, but one thing that's really nice about these is they actually come with a cable so that you can use the... I don't understand why I don't see that on the map. Well, this is over in this direction. Now, normally, I would go over there to monkey with that guy just for crap and giggles, but I'm going to stick to the script and believe that what the game wants me to do is to go over here and destroy this shrine. There we go. So we do have some bogeys. 3, actually. Wow. Now, what I haven't really done is I really haven't settled on a tactical paradigm for this, how I want to take out it. Nope, I didn't want to do that. Move the waypoint. I don't know how close you have to be in range for this weapon to be effective. What I also really want to do is I want to get in here. I want to take this guy out on the left first. Because what I want to do is hit them and then get concealed. Oh, this might work out really well. Destroy the cult property to earn resistance points. Because he's out here isolated. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Very nice. Now that he's out, I can actually sneak around this way. I don't know if she saw me or if they know that he's dead.
No way. No.
Now you're isolated. Oh. It's also gotta be bad for you. Yep, your boy is down too. I do love how you can, it's probably a bit unfair. Oh. What will we look at here? I need to keep an eye on where she is, but what I actually need to do now is I now see, okay. Oh, blood damn it. No. Where is, so I do have one hand grenade, dynamite. Can't crack that. So what do I have? Does that mean not enough components? Let's do that again. Let's try and I'm really sketchy about how thrown weapons are going to work. Glad nabbit, that didn't do it. I need to blow this down. Oh, it's smoking. I need you to blow up. I need you to blow up. Blasted. I'd hoped that was going to take her out.
Shit. Kid, I just saw the cult grab a guy down by the docks. You help him out, and maybe he'd be willing to
Ouch.
give a gun and return the favor.
Alright, good. So that worked out okay. Except I just didn't take her out as quickly as I'd hoped. Now, I don't... Oh, okay, nope, not going to take the shotgun. So I left my blasted, eyes are watering from allergies, and I left my blasted, things over there. It's very nice. I'm definitely liking this so far. And not at all really bothered by the pacing of it. I thought, I was concerned that it was going to be a little bit of a slow burn, but completely fine with the pacing so far. Let's bury him in the lake. Oh, did it already drop the body? Okay, good. Oh well, he might be seen actually. If anybody comes out this way. Oh, what do we have here? Casing and fasteners. So at first I was a little bugged by finding things that were not directly ammo or weapons, but I'm But actually that's okay if I'm finding things that allow you to craft. Go to the fishing dock, liberate hostages, and fight back against the cult. Set a waypoint. Alright, so I don't know. I'm not clear on is where does this thing autosave. Alright, I'm gonna have to get up for a second and get some Kleenex. Computer, how much time is left on the timer?
You have 29 minutes left on your 1 hour and 10-minute timer.
Alright, so contrary to what I believe, this is feeling and turning out to be a game that I feel like I could spend a good chunk of time going through the single-player campaign. Plus, it's got multiplayer, which I didn't even know when I picked it up. Let's go ahead and go binos. The binos are not telling me anything specific at this distance. Now, is this the same guy that I was observing? Yeah, it looks like this is the same guy that I was observing from across the way. Now, the problem's going to be, how do I get within bow range? Wait. Is this guy and a hostage? I feel like they're... Okay. No, see, there's another guy across the way. I hear a woman's voice. Are there two of them here? I hear a woman's voice, but I only see a guy. Did the kid get caught again? Ouch. I know you need me, kid, but I hear somebody else. Yeah, this is a little worrisome. I feel like there's somebody else around here. I wish I could zoom in from here. No, I think what that tells you is where you aim and where the arrow's going to drop. Oh, wow. I knew there was somebody else here. I just could not find her. I gotta figure that out. Glad to know it's not a, glad to know it wasn't an audio glitch, though.
Get me out of here.
Close your mouth, keep quiet.
Please rescue me.
Nope, look right.
I was a dead man. Thanks.
I mean, he looks like the exact same guy that I rescued before, but oh no. Okay. Alright, let's then drop the body. Great. Yeah, hold on there, Cliff. I guess this is going to give you your first... so this is a thing I'm not really interested in. I know some people were fans of the fact that now you can kind of command troops, but really not interested in leading a squad through this. Now, where did I drop her? Ah, here she is. I love how there's this verticality to the terrain. I think these guys are just going to start finding bodies piled up in the water. No, we're already cliff. Okay. My loot's full. It looks like there's still a mission there. Oh, hire the resistance member.
I'll fight alongside you.
I'm on the move.
Hey, Deputy. Now that you're partnered up, the two of you should head to the Forest Research Station. Gunk's been crawling all over that.
Alright. Still part of the same mission, I guess.
Using it as a depot for their goddamn bliss. Clear them all out. Send a message. We're not fucking around anymore.
Hold follow? Not quite certain. But I don't know what you're supposed to hold to follow or tap to give an order. Yeah, I don't get this at all. Tap to give order, hold to follow. Hold what? Okay, good. So he will just natively follow you, that's good. Location. Okay, gotcha. Move. Attack. Stuff for her. We'll try to stay stealth. So I guess I don't need to hit anything for him to stay stealthy. I hope is the case. Gotcha. Got one. And I got an explosive. Hostage. So now I think I'm coming around on a tactical paradigm for each of these takedowns. So got 3 tangos in the area.
I see a Peggy over there.
Hold your bubble gum, hombre. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 4 and a hostage. Ooh, 5. 5 tangos and a hostage. I got a guy out over here isolated. Nope. No. Remove the waypoint. How should I go about taking these guys down? First of all, verify there's just 5. Or am I up to 6 now? 1, 2. That guy's only got a bat. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. No, don't do that. Alright. Alright.
Making a move.
Wow.
Getting a better angle.
If I die,
Blast it. Gigs up.
is that the best you can do? Start playing, sinner! Where's the clock? I'm going. Cover me. Stand with me.
Blast it.
For the father. You can't handle this.
Not horrible. Not as graceful as I would have liked, but we'll take that.
At the research station.
No.
Won't be back after the ass whooping you just laid on him. While you're there, check around and see if any folks are left alive.
If I die, I'm going out.
Okay,
Let's keep low.
It won't be me.
there we go.
Someone stop.
That's 1, 2. There's all sorts of loot around here.
I know how this is.
Wow. Okay.
First my family.
Oh, each cache has a treasure. Very nice. Didn't he take out?
Moving.
It won't be me. But someone's gonna stop them.
Yes, the hostage is important, but not until after we get the loot. We'll dock there.
Dignity.
So it's nice that resistance fighters are apparently pretty capable.
I know how this is gonna end. First my family and now me.
And the bow and arrow's really effective. Not entirely realistic in how effective it is, but I'm not going to complain.
Getting a better angle.
So I've taken down some people just by hitting them in the leg.
Do something. Anything.
Dude, you're an angel. Thank you.
Okay, we're apparently making good progress towards
The cult's been creeping around the island for weeks. Looks like they're trying to set up a base of operations at the old ranger station.
Gotcha. So probably the game that I was having the most fun with, that is kind of this open worldish kind of style game, was Assassin's Creed Origins, which I was a huge fan of. I don't understand what determines Gotcha. So when you find these, they give the location of a cult shrine. Okay. I don't know what determines which of these types will follow you versus which ones will just go back to doing their own business. Okay, so now I have the option of the 2 activities. So we will do the cult outpost.
Moving. Get my back.
So I think what that taught me is that I need to be the first one to engage and try and attack members in isolation. And then if things go hot, because once they start shooting projectile weapons, the bow and arrow is not the most effective thing, because I need time to kind of relax, set up, and be in a fixed spot. So I think, again, the tactical paradigm is going to become first attack is with the bow and arrow, but once it goes hot, shift to a handgun. Now, I wish I could find some other type of sidearm to carry, shotgun or whatever, that doesn't force me to give up the bow and arrow to carry it. Yeah, don't get too far ahead of me there, Cliff.
I'm on the move.
Now, what I've noticed is that the patrol pattern of the AI isn't that wide, so there's not really that much of a threat when you're sneaking up on them. As opposed to like what I remember in the original Crisis, or there are some games that I'm thinking of that I can't remember exactly what games, but where like you wouldn't want to set up on the perimeter and then just walk away. I want to say they were the first Far Cry. The patrol range of the AI could get pretty wide.
Getting a better angle.
The only thing I don't like is I really wish I had the ability to go prone. Okay, here we go. Got a hostage, one bad guy. Starting to feel like it's a big paradigm, a big part of the design that there are frequently she appears to be occupied. So a tough position. No, you need to go to a different weapon. You need to get Cliff to engage. Dang, where the heck did she come from? Whoa! I'm not sure exactly how that went down. Silver Lake, we're so George Satellites, Liberty Duchess Island.
Shit, kid. I'm impressed. There's more fight in you than I thought. You got a real shot at setting up this resistance. Get my back. Next step is clearing up the radio signal. My CB's on the fritz. I can't get a hold of anyone off this island. The radio tower near the South Shore must be busted. You think you can take care of that for me?
Yeah, if you would stop jawing at me, Dutch. I'm doing a job. Central Radio Tower. Three new locations revealed.
Hey, Lance. I'm not sure what to advise.
So let's see if I can kill the music. Hate doing that, but man. Yeah, we'll leave it on. Take the risk of getting a copyright strike on this video.
The station is built on federal land after all. But if their people are traipsing around the area and, what did you say, taking measurements and such? Anyway, those folks from Eden's Gate could potentially be charged with trespassing. I know they're kind of weird and unsociable, but I think if you give them a harsh word and a hard stare, they'll back off. I mean, how dangerous are these nut jobs gonna be?
Again, this minimalized HUD is really bugging me, because like right now I don't know what my health level is. And I don't know if I should be prudent at this point, while I'm under no threat to,
I'm on the move.
Cliff, dude, we're at a friendly location, like you don't... Right? Oh. Now, how did we liberate this place when there's a bad dude right over there? It's cool that I didn't have to blow the place up. I wonder if this is a leftover bad guy. Or if this is just some rando out here lurking in the woods. He's at that outpost. Gotcha. I feel like since I have a bead on him, I should just go ahead and take him out before I proceed south to the radio tower. Now, part of me is wondering if the game is going to get progressively harder when I branch out outside this region, because I mean, I don't feel like this has been easy. I feel like this has been appropriately interesting and paced well. You know, you're getting to do a good chunk of stuff. What is this? Lupine. I should also check, see if I have anything worth crafting. Hand grenades. Nope. Inventory full. Proximity explosive. Not enough components. Shovel. Compound bow. Sidearm. Game does a really great noise with ambient noise and other things in the background. Definitely getting a little bit of the Leon Yu feel to it, of traipsing around an island full of an opposing force and just kind of sneakily going around and dispatching a lot of them. come on. Computer. How much time is left on the timer?
You have 5 minutes and 10 seconds left on your 1 hour and 10-minute timer.
So one of my key things that I worry about is, having a limited amount of gaming time and whatnot is feeling like I always know if I'm going to have fun in a game. When I launch it. Alright, Cliffy, stay out of sight. These two are not isolated. I don't know if I've got the distance to make that shot. I do, actually. Oh, no, no, no. Blast it.
We use our ingenuity to survive the collapse. Praise falls.
Not drop. Blast it. There's one down. Oh, we got both of them? Dang, Cliff. Picked up a med kit. Drop this one guy.
Gotta take what the dead don't need. Good idea. Could have something we need.
That's sad. Nothing in these boxes. Where'd your boy drop? Oh, there he is. Can't really do anything about that. What was that? Alright, come on, Cliff. Come down here.
Got your back, deputy.
No, Cliff, like, you really need to move away from the thing, so I'm about to blow it up. I told you. Grenade was apparently not enough to take it down by itself. It's smoking now, at least. Ugh. Picked up arrows.
I should probably scrounge around for ammo later.
Yes, that'd be a good idea. I think what that was telling me, that little misty glitter that was floating around there, was that I couldn't access the treasure until I blew up the shrine. Alright, Cliff, let's figure out our next move here. And this will probably be my last mission for this session. Unfortunately, because I'm actually having a lot of fun playing this, I'm going to shift over when I finally get back to gaming again. Got to prepare for our Jessica Jones, our final Jessica Jones segment, entertainment podcast. Which we're supposed to record tomorrow night. I don't know if I'm going to get done in time. But I also have to prep the streaming PC for an upgrade, actually a build replacement. If I didn't mention, all the hardware that I talked through before is running over to an HP Slimline 410-030, which runs a Core i7 4790T, Broadwell, I think that is, processor, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and yeah, and that's pretty much it. Computer, stop the timer. Alright, so the problem is I don't know if there's any bad...
Everyone on something small at one point or another. Being handy gives you an edge. You're always needed by someone for something.
Looks like there's some stuff inside, but I don't know. I shift to the pistol because I don't know if I'm going to meet any resistance here. Well, before I start trying to climb this thing, I think I am definitely going to check inside. But I don't have the key. Is the key up there? Guess we just don't really know for certain.
They're just scared.
Doesn't seem to be any other way inside here. We'll see if once I climb to the tower something happens that lets me get inside. It's a long way up. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing a do-it-yourself build to...
I know what you're thinking, and no. I ain't gonna have you climbing towers all over the county for me. So don't worry. Also, try not to fall from up there.
You're absolutely right. That's exactly what I was thinking, because one of the things I have not liked about the Far Cry franchise to date is this constant kind of go fetch model. Although there's a little bit of that in this. Ah, operation's complete.
Hey, Deputy. I'm getting a strong signal now. Let's open up your map. I'll walk you through what I'm hearing. Let's look at the big picture. Zoom your map out so we can see the whole county. Now, Hope County
Wow.
is divided into 3 regions. To the north, you got the Whitetail Mountains. It's run by Jacob Seed, oldest brother of that fucking family. Jacob's the one training the cult, and he's damn good at what he does. Eli and the Whitetail Militia have been trying to hold out, but Jacob's ready to step on their necks. Southeast of there, you got the Henbane River. That's Faith's territory. The little sister. I've heard all sorts of stories about people losing their minds in a place called the Bliss. Now, head west to the Holland Valley. John Seeds just rolled in there and has taken everything in the name of the cult. Food, supplies, and worst of all, people. Now, they're gonna have plenty more calls all over the county. I'll keep you posted on anything that'll be useful.
Wow. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff. This also feels particularly appropriate with the... now you can angle down to an isometric view. Very interesting. Taxidermy. Now, I've wondered if there would be any practical need for me to go back to Dutch's to like, kind of like the tower in Destiny 2 or Destiny, but that doesn't seem to be the case. I haven't yet faced anything that makes me feel like I need to scramble back to like an HQ kind of area. Claggett Bay. Claggett Bay and Widows Creek. I have the Jacobs region. So, no. Alright.
Fog should be clearing soon, which means we can get you off this island. Sit tight. Shouldn't be much longer.
Nice. Very interesting that it takes about 2 hours into the game to earn the first trophy.
Oh shit. Deputy, I'm picking up something new out of Holland Valley. It's a broadcast from John. You need to see this.
We are all sinners. Every one of us. You, me. Even the Father knows deeply of sin. It's a poison that clouds our minds. What if I told you you could be free from sin? What if I told you that everything you ever dreamed could come true? What if I told you that everything could be overcome if you embraced an idea?
I didn't already say that. Again, very interesting that this topical matter has come out while very similar events are kind of going on The Walking Dead with Negan. Not as religiously focused as this, but still very similar, tonally speaking.
Yes. I am a sinner. Yes. I wish to be unburdened. Yes. I must be redeemed. If you're watching this, know that you have been selected. You will be cleansed. You will confess your sins, and you will be offered atonement. Don't worry. You don't have to do anything. We'll come for you. Welcome to Eden's Gate.
Very cool. Again, very Destiny-like in that once you get past a certain point, the multiplayer is available. Boat, ATV. I still don't think that's going to be my first.
Hey kid, I marked 3 locations to your map to get you started. Lumber mill up north, the Hope County jail.
Nope. Are you kidding me? Well, the first time I climbed down a ladder, he like auto-clambered onto the ladder. If I gotta replay anything, if there's anything more that I have to do, then skip to that video. I'm gonna be very bugged.
John C's got your partner Hudson. She's
Yeah, I know.
full of shit, kid. You gotta get going.
Okay. I don't know why. Yeah, it's a weird mechanic. It works if you approach it from the opposite side.
Locations to your map to get you started. Lumber mill up north, the Hope County jail to the east, and the town of Falls End to the west. Now it's your call, but if I were you, I'd start with Falls End.
Story mission. What I want to see is, can I get inside this communications warehouse first before shutting down? Ah, okay, good. No longer locked. Okay, so what? Yeah, why do I get the 3? Oh, okay, because I guess some objects will have multiple buttons for interacting with them. Wheels. Oh, There's the ATV. Very exciting. Really bothered that I can't continue playing this, or that my next next segment is going to be interesting. I'm wondering if you can't fire the bow and arrow from the back of like an ATV, and it would be prudent to pick up the assault rifle, but I'm not sure. Cool. Let's also see if there's any stuff I can craft at this point. Okay. So good. I actually don't mind this crafting interface. It auto-crafts the things that it makes sense for you to be able to do. It doesn't require you to actually just go through and like, push the button, which would be just kind of a nuisance. Perk additional holster. Weapons collector. Alright. Well, like I mentioned, that's going to... Okay. Bulletproof vest, too. Very nice. Let's make sure that I have the waypoint that I want set correctly, because I actually don't want to follow... Right. I don't want to follow the story mission. Baron Lumber Mill. Okay. Jail. Falls End. Got one fighter. It's got an ability. Do I have any perk points? No, I don't. Why would I? I've definitely. Inventory's all over the place. Like it's. Cool session for another player to join. Very cool. Character customization. Wear and handwear. Yeah, I guess I could just. I don't have to stick with the one appearance. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so the map is set to where I want to go next time. Let's get out of this and go ahead and do a save. Alright, well thanks so much for anybody who happens to come by and check out this video. Once again, my name has been Actiony Statements from Gearworks.com and the E2KG network channel on YouTube. I'll be back at some point. To play a little bit more of this, but actually next session I'll be doing another episode of the Replication Anecdotes, as I will be going back into the backlog to play some Need for Speed Rivals, a slightly maligned game, which I actually found quite fun when it launched. I'm kind of looking forward to going back and checking it out again. So thanks again, that's going to do it for me. I am out of here. Until next time, have fun gaming.